Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, November 27th, 2017. Looking at precipitation over the past 14 days, you can see how the majority of the precipitation has fallen across the northern two-thirds of the Great Basin, with really quite dry conditions as you move further south. The map on the right shows how this observed precipitation compares to normal, and again you can see how the northern parts of the Great Basin are at or above normal for the most part, but as you start moving further south and west across the Great Basin, precipitation is well below normal, with some portions of the southern areas of the Great Basin seeing no precipitation in the past 14 days. Snowfall has been confined to the northern higher elevations of the Great Basin, mainly across western Wyoming and portions of Idaho, and some areas in western Nevada. The snow depth image on the right paints a similar picture, with snow cover mainly in the higher elevations of the central Idaho mountains, western Wyoming, and the Uintas in Utah. Satellite image this morning shows a disturbance moving through the Great Basin that will bring unsettled weather to the area through this week. So looking at the general weather pattern today, you can see from this image on the left the weather disturbance in place across the Great Basin. And with this weather disturbance in place, we do see good to excellent mixing across the majority of the area today. Winds will be quite strong this afternoon. You can see these really strong transport winds forecast in this image on the left across much of the Great Basin today, as well as really good mixing heights across the southeastern part of the area. So again, with these strong transport winds and good mixing heights, we will see good to excellent mixing across the area today. As we move into Tuesday, that quickly changes with a quick, short high-pressure ridge building across the area. You can see the mixing heights. The ventilation index really drops moving into Tuesday afternoon with that high pressure building in place. Again, much lighter winds tomorrow with that brief ridging that we will see, and lower mixing heights across the entire area. As we move into Wednesday, there will be some improvement across the southeast as far as the ventilation index, but still poor to fair conditions across the northwestern part of the Great Basin with that high pressure in place. With that ridging in place, we will see light transport winds for the most part. The exception to that is across portions of southwestern Utah and southern Nevada, and really low mixing heights. The Utah Forecast Clearing Index shows a similar trend, with really good mixing today across the majority of the state, a decrease on Tuesday, and then a slight rebound across the south and the east on Wednesday. 3-day precipitation accumulation forecast shows those totals still focused across much of the northern and central part of the Great Basin. Around an inch of precipitation is expected in the next 3 days. So moving to Thursday, we start to see more zonal flow. Ventilation indices will generally be fair to good across much of the area on Thursday. And as we move into Friday, a similar pattern remains in place with poor to fair mixing across pretty much the entire area on Friday. As we move into Saturday, some improvement is expected as another weather system will begin to make its way into the Great Basin. Winds will start to pick up ahead of that system, improving the ventilation index. And that trend will continue into Sunday with good to excellent mixing across the majority of the Great Basin as that disturbance makes its way across the Great Basin. In the 4 to 5 day period, the precipitation accumulations are focused to the northwest of the area with that approaching system. But as we move into that 8 to the 14 day period, we will see below normal temperatures across the majority of the Great Basin with below normal precipitation across the north. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.